Well, hey there. So this is a video that I never thought I was going to make, but big news, I'm going to learn how to gap shoot. Don't freak out. I didn't say I'm going to gap shoot. I may or may not, but I'm going to learn how to gap shoot. This has been years and years and years and years of people telling me that I should gap shoot. And, you know, it's always gap shooters that tell me to gap shoot. It's ex-instinctive archers that now gap shoot, telling me I need to gap shoot. And for a really long time, like, I was like, no, like, I'm happy with the journey I'm on. I want to be an instinctive archer. I want to get good at archery shooting instinctively. That was like my thing. That was my jam. I was really dedicated to it. And I'm not saying that I'm not still dedicated to it, but at the same time, I'm a little bit tired of getting my ass handed to me when I'm competing. And Calvin Smock, you're right. He told me a long time ago that I would get tired of losing and that I would start to gap shoot. So part one, yes, Calvin, I'm tired of losing. I'm really, you know, the gag was funny for a long time, being last in the world and all that. And it's still funny. I'm still amused at how bad I am. But at the same time, maybe I'd like to be better. Maybe I would like to be better. So a big thing that I'm always preaching in my personal life is change is the only thing that's constant in life, and you can't judge other things until you understand them fully. And so I've not wanted to gap shoot simply because I wanted to be an instinctive archer. And now I'm at a transitional point in my life where I want to be better. I want to go into a competition and I want to not be last. And to do that, I either have to wait like another 20 years, you know, and still keep shooting instinctively, or I need to maybe change it up a little bit. It's painful to say it because like so many of my close friends like Grizzly Jim and Jeff Krug, and you know, they're really, really good instinctive archers, but I have to remember that they have been shooting most of their lives. If you're Grizzly Jim, you've been shooting most of your life. You know, and I haven't. I've been shooting like 7-8 years, and I want to get better. So anyway, I made like this big like mental list of pros and cons. Pros, potential to have higher scores. Another pro, a potential to be more consistent in my archery. Another pro would be less money spent on arrows because I would lose so many of them, maybe. So, you know, there's that. Like there's good pros, but cons. Here is the number one thing is I feel like if I start gap shooting that I'm giving up on instinctive archery. And I've been really staunch and strict about wanting to be an instinctive archer. And like saying that I'm going to try gap shooting feels so wrong to me. So wrong that when I was talking to my friend Alex, who is kind of talking me through this process, like I was like, well, don't tell anyone I'm doing this. And then I was like, what the hell? I mean, I've always been really upfront and honest with my archery because I never want to be that person that only posts good shots and only, you know, makes myself look bigger than I am. But I was like, why would I hide that I'm learning how to gap shoot? Am I embarrassed? And kind of, you know, because I feel like I'm giving up. And so I know there's a lot of instinctive archers out there that like poo-poo gap shooting and vice versa. I'm sure there's like 1,000 gap shooters for every 1,000 instinctive archers. Like the war could wage. But anyway, so like I thought about it. I was like, why am I embarrassed? Why do I care? The number one reason is because I feel like I'm giving up. Another reason is that I'm really stubborn. When there's something that someone tells me that I can't do, like say compete well as an instinctive archer, my knee-jerk reaction is the hell I can't. And it turns out the hell I can't. So, I mean, at least not right now. So there's that. And then, you know, there's like that I feel like I'm going to be judged, but at the same time, like I don't care. Like it's just archery. Judge me if you want to. But it's just, I feel really weird about this decision. And so what I've decided to do is I'm just going to try it out. I'm just going to take it for a trial run, trial spin. I'm going to see how it goes. And if I like gap shooting and I'm good at it, that's the other thing is what if it turns out that I learned how to gap shoot and I'm still bad? Like, what if it turns out that I'm just a bad archer? Like, imagine something that you love and it turns out you're just really bad at it forever, no matter what you do. That's a terrifying thought to me. I think maybe that's a really, really scary thing, is what if it turns out like now I can be like, oh, I'm instinctive, that's why I'm bad. But oh my God, what if I gap shoot and I'm still bad? I guess, I don't know. I guess we decide then. Anyway, so I've been talking to Alex. He's given me like some tutorials on how to get started. And so the first thing I'm doing is I'm finding, I'm going to butcher this. I'm finding my point on at 20 yards. So that's what I'm going to work on today. I'm shooting my striker because that bow, I'm super familiar with it, and delving into unfamiliar territory, I want something that I'm comfortable with. So anyway, I have a 20-yard mark that's very accurate in my yard. So let's go. Don't judge me, or judge me and just don't tell me you judge me, or just, just judge me, whatever. All right, so, with the sun behind me, I look like I have a halo. So cute. Okay, so I did come out, after I talked to Alex, I came out and tried initially to figure out what the hell he was talking about. So one of my questions for gap shooting was, because he told me that when I see the point at the center of the target, and that's where, and the arrow lands there, that's my point on. I don't know. Anyway, he was thinking that my point on was going to be like around 30 yards, and I think it's 20 yards. The bad thing about learning how to gap shoot right now is I am coming into this with some bad habits. I don't hold long enough at full draw. I don't always touch my anchor. My bow arm doesn't always stop moving before I let go. So I mean, I'm a bad archer. So I'm coming into this with some bad habits that I'm going to try to correct at the same time. So anyway, so I didn't understand what my point on was. Was it point on when I was like this, or when I was at full draw? And he said that point on is at full draw and you look down the arrow. So it took me a couple times to figure out that you actually have to close an eye. So I think you do. Nobody said close an eye, but that's what I did. So I'm going to try it right now. I'm at my 20. Let's see how it goes. All right, so closing an eye. Oh, hit the fence. Jeez. Maybe I should just like being bad. Okay, here we go. Okay, it landed just to the left of the yellow and the red. Upper right. See, this is the thing too. It's like, okay, like when I'm inconsistent, how do I know when I'm point on? It's okay. Change is scary. Upper right, same place as last time, in the blue. Same place. What does that mean? Okay, so this is what the target ended up looking like. So I'm guessing that like this is my norm. So I'm gonna assume something is wrong with my form or my body or something, or maybe my fucking spines, my arrows, I don't know. So anyway, pretending like they all landed here, that means that my point's not at 20 yards, it's high, so I need to back up. Okay, so I guess I'll try 25 yards. And then here's that first shot, beautiful, beautiful. And then here's this. This actually goes all the way through the fence and I can't get it out, so it just lives here now. Okay, so fun fact, I do own a rangefinder. When I very first started shooting, the place that I went, they taught you on compound bows, and so I thought that was what I was shooting and that I wanted to shoot. I think I shot a compound for about a year. And then I tried a trad bow and never picked up that compound again. So I'm gonna back up to 22 and see if that'll make a difference. 22? I don't know. All right, we'll try. Oh, it's a lovely breeze. Good thing I like to wear it all black in the broiling sun. That is low. So is it me, or is it gonna be really low? Let's try again. That is in the yellow. So was that a mistake, or was it me? I think it's above the yellow and the red. I wasn't even looking at my arrow. I was looking at the target. Change is hard. Okay. They're all kind of in the middle, except for that one. Okay, so this was the first one that I wasn't sure about. This is the one I didn't look at the arrow at all. But then I've got these. So maybe 22? Still a little to the right though, so it's something I'm doing. All right then, okay. I mean, there's always that, but that's not terrible. Okay, well, thanks for suffering through that with me. I feel okay. I feel okay about it. I'm kind of optimistic in that, like, looking down the arrow at the target, like, things were landing a little bit more consistently than they usually do for me. I have to naturally be better about my form and be more aware of what I'm doing. I think that would be a good combination of having my form do what it's supposed to do, and then this gap shooting business. So anyway, it's on a target. It's not like on a 3D range or anything. So just trying it out so far, it's not bad. Got pretty decent results. We'll see if I can judge distance and things like that you have to do. We'll see. Anyway, I'll let you know how it's going. ETAR's in like 3 weeks. Alex was gonna give me like a crash course at ETAR, so I'm gonna try it there. I don't think I'll shoot purely that way, just because that's a lot of mental work, and I'm going to ETAR just for fun. So I don't want to use my brain. Anyway, so if I see you at ETAR, come say hi. Otherwise, I'll let you know how this is going.